Have you ever found yourself caught in a loop of thoughts, analysing the same thing over and over again? This is overthinking, an all too familiar phenomenon for many, but particularly for those who identify as INFJs, one of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. As you might already know, INFJ stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. People with this personality type are often known for their depth of thought and insight. But what happens when this depth of thought spirals into a cycle of overthinking? Overthinking, in essence, is the act of thinking too much, too long, or too deeply about anything. It's when the mind gets stuck in a loop, replaying scenarios, exploring potential outcomes, or second-guessing decisions. For INFJs, these mental gymnastics can be a daily occurrence, often leaving them feeling mentally exhausted and emotionally drained. But why is it that INFJs are more prone to overthinking? There are several theories. Some suggest it's due to their high levels of intuition and empathy, making them more sensitive to their surroundings and more likely to internalize the emotions and experiences of others. Others propose it's linked to their introverted thinking function, which drives them to seek understanding and meaning in everything, often leading to an over-analysis of situations. Understanding this tendency to overthink is vital, not just for INFJs themselves, but for anyone who interacts with them, be it in personal relationships or professional settings. It's a crucial part of their personality, influencing how they perceive the world, make decisions, and interact with others. But overthinking isn't just about getting lost in thoughts. It can have significant implications on an INFJ's mental health, decision-making processes, and interpersonal relationships. And while it can be a source of stress and anxiety, it's also a reflection of the INFJ's rich inner world and their endless pursuit of understanding. As we delve into the world of INFJs and overthinking, prepare for a journey of self-discovery and understanding. We'll explore the causes, impacts, and strategies to manage overthinking, shedding light on how INFJs can harness their tendency to think deeply without getting caught in the trap of overthinking. So let's study this together, shall we? How does this thought process manifest itself in INFJs? It's a common mental habit where one dwells excessively on situations, conversations, or decisions. For this personality type, it can take on a particularly intense form. Overthinking in INFJs often presents itself as an intricate web of thoughts and possibilities. Picture a mind constantly buzzing, analysing every angle of the past, present, and future. It's like a never-ending game of chess, where every move is analysed for potential outcomes. Now you might ask, what sparks this cycle of overthinking in them? Well, it often roots in their intuitive and feeling traits. INFJs are deeply introspective, always seeking meaning and understanding. Their intuition paints vivid images of what could be, while their feeling trait amplifies emotional responses. This combination can create a perfect storm for overthinking, as they continuously seek the why in everything. Furthermore, INFJ's introverted nature can fuel their overthinking tendencies. As they spend time in their inner world, they can get caught up in their thoughts, spiraling into an overthinking abyss. It's a bit like getting lost in a book, but instead of pages, it's thoughts and ideas. The relationship between overthinking and the INFJ personality type is a complex one. It's not inherently negative. In fact, it's part of the reason why INFJs are known for their deep insights and perspectives. However, when unchecked, it can become a burdensome cycle, leading to stress, anxiety, and decision paralysis. The key is balance. These individuals need to understand that while their propensity for deep thought is a strength, it can also be a pitfall if allowed to run rampant. Recognizing their tendency to overthink is the first step towards effectively managing it. Understanding the root causes and manifestations of overthinking is the first step towards managing it. So, as we look deeper into this topic, remember the goal is not to eliminate overthinking, but to understand it, control it, and use it to our advantage. But how does overthinking influence INFJ's decision-making, stress levels, and social interactions? Let's dive into this intriguing subject. Overthinking for INFJs can often feel like a hamster on a wheel, constantly spinning but never really getting anywhere. This constant mental churn significantly impacts their decision-making processes. INFJs are known for their intuitive abilities, but when overthinking takes the wheel, it can drown out that intuitive voice. Decisions that should be straightforward become monumental, as an INFJ can get stuck in a loop of analysing every possible outcome, every potential pitfall, every single what if. This paralysis by analysis can lead to missed opportunities, delayed actions, and heightened self-doubt. It's no surprise, then, that overthinking also plays a significant role in exacerbating stress and anxiety for INFJs. Their minds, already buzzing with thoughts, are sent into overdrive. The constant pondering and rehashing of past events, coupled with the anxiety of future ones, can create a mental storm that's difficult to weather. This chronic stress isn't just mentally taxing, it can also have physical repercussions, leading to sleep disturbances, tension headaches, and other health issues. Overthinking doesn't stop at the individual level, though. It also spills over into INFJs' social interactions and relationships. INFJs are naturally empathetic and deeply invested in their relationships. Yet, overthinking can cause them to misinterpret social cues, second-guess their actions, and question the intentions of others. This can lead to strained relationships, as INFJs may withdraw or become overly cautious in their interactions. In essence, overthinking can turn an INFJ's strengths into potential weaknesses. Their natural intuition can be stifled by incessant analysis. Their empathy can be overshadowed by self-doubt and misinterpretations. Their deep investment in relationships can be undermined by over-analysing and second-guessing. As you see, overthinking can cast a long shadow over various facets of an INFJ's life. But remember, understanding the impact of overthinking is the first step towards managing it. So let's continue our journey to unravel the complexities of an INFJ's mind. So, how can INFJs combat this overthinking tendency? Well, let's delve into that, shall we? First off, recognition is key. Overthinking is like a sneaky fox, often creeping up unnoticed. We need to become adept at spotting its early signs. When you catch yourself replaying events in your head or constantly questioning your decisions, it's a signal that overthinking is in play. Recognizing these patterns allows you to address them head-on. Next, we need to talk about setting boundaries. Overthinking often stems from a lack of mental structure. By setting boundaries, we mean creating mental compartments, designating time for reflection, planning, and even worry, but also ensuring there's time for relaxation and enjoyment. It's about bringing balance to your thought processes. Now let's discuss a powerful weapon against overthinking: mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment. It's about observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. For an INFJ, who often gets lost in a labyrinth of thoughts, mindfulness can act as a grounding force. It allows you to observe your thoughts from a distance, rather than getting tangled in them. Meditation, too, can be incredibly helpful. This doesn't necessarily mean sitting cross-legged and chanting. Meditation can simply be the act of focusing your attention on something specific, like your breath or a single word. This focused attention can help quiet the mind, making it a powerful tool to combat overthinking. And finally, it's crucial to remember that it's okay to let go of things that are out of your control. Overthinking often stems from a desire to control every aspect of our lives, but the reality is, not everything is within our control. Learning to let go can alleviate the burden of overthinking. Remember, the goal is not to stop thinking, but to control the overthinking. It's about finding that balance where your thoughts serve you, not hinder you. By recognizing overthinking, setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and letting go of what you can't control, you're well on your way to mastering your mind. So, are you ready to take back control? Does overthinking stifle creativity and productivity in INFJs? Let's find out. Picture this: you're an INFJ brimming with ideas. Your mind is a cauldron of creativity. But then the what-ifs start trickling in. You begin to second-guess your ideas, overanalyze them, and before you know it, you're stuck in the quagmire of overthinking. This is a common scenario for many INFJs. Overthinking often acts as a creativity killer, stifling the flow of ideas and hindering the creative process. It's like a fog that descends, obscuring the path of creative expression. But it's not just creativity that suffers. Overthinking can also be a productivity thief. It can lead to analysis paralysis, a state of over-analyzing or overthinking a situation, resulting in decision-making becoming so overwhelmed with complexity that it halts progress completely. It's an all too familiar story for INFJs, getting stuck in the cycle of overthinking and analysis paralysis, only to find that productivity has taken a nosedive. But fear not. There are strategies that INFJs can employ to overcome this. First, it's about acknowledging the overthinking. Awareness is the first step towards change. Next, it's about setting boundaries for your thoughts. Remember, it's okay to have a time limit for decision-making. This can help keep analysis paralysis at bay. Another strategy is to embrace the concept of good enough. Perfection is an illusion, and striving for it can often lead to overthinking. Accepting that something is good enough can be incredibly liberating and can boost productivity. Mindfulness can also be a powerful tool. It can help INFJs stay present and avoid getting lost in the labyrinth of their thoughts. Practicing mindfulness can help clear the fog of overthinking, allowing creativity to flow freely once again. So while overthinking may seem like a roadblock, it doesn't have to be. With the right strategies, it can be overcome. Remember, your thoughts are powerful, but you are the master of them. Don't let overthinking stifle your creativity or productivity. You have the power to navigate the complexities of your mind and harness your thoughts in a positive and productive way. With the right strategies, this type of thinking can be conquered, transforming it from a roadblock into a stepping stone. Now, let's look at the connection between perfectionism and overthinking in this personality type. That's something that's been under the spotlight in recent years. You see, this personality, the rarest of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types, has a unique blend of traits that can often lead them to become perfectionists. This perfectionism, in turn, can result in thinking too much, creating a cycle that can be difficult to break. Perfectionism, in essence, is the relentless striving for extremely high standards, judging one's self-worth based largely on the ability to strive for and achieve such unrelenting standards. For INFJs, this tendency towards perfectionism is often linked to their idealistic nature and deep sense of responsibility. They set high standards for themselves and strive to live in line with their values and ideals. However, this pursuit of perfection can often lead to overthinking. INFJs tend to replay scenarios in their head, scrutinize every detail, and worry about the future, all in a bid to avoid mistakes and achieve their ideal. This thinking can be mentally exhausting, leading to stress, anxiety, and even decision paralysis, where the fear of making the wrong decision leads to no decision being made at all. So how can INFJs break free from this cycle? The first step is awareness. Recognize and accept that perfectionism is leading to overthinking. Then practice self-compassion. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. They are, after all, a natural part of life and a powerful learning tool. Next, set realistic and flexible standards. Not everything in life needs to be perfect. Sometimes good enough is truly good enough. It is also helpful to focus on the process rather than the outcome. This can alleviate the pressure to be perfect and allow for a more enjoyable journey. Also, try to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and that's what makes it interesting. Letting go of the need to control every outcome can be liberating and can significantly reduce overthinking. Breaking free from the chains of perfectionism can be liberating and can help curb overthinking. Remember, perfection is not the key to a fulfilling life, but balance is. How can INFJs promote mental well-being and reduce overthinking? A question that resonates deeply with many INFJs. Let's dive into some personal experiences and coping mechanisms that can help. There are countless stories of INFJs who have battled with overthinking. For instance, one individual found solace in the written word. She began journaling her thoughts and feelings, which allowed her to better understand her overthinking patterns. Another INFJ found comfort in nature, taking daily walks to clear his mind and reduce anxiety. Each of these anecdotes highlights the power of self-care in managing overthinking tendencies. It's not about grand gestures, but rather small daily acts of kindness towards oneself. One of the most effective coping mechanisms for INFJs is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of focusing on the present moment without judgment. For INFJs who are often consumed by thoughts of the future or past, this can be a powerful tool. By practicing mindfulness, INFJs can learn to redirect their thoughts and reduce overthinking. Another coping strategy is setting boundaries. INFJs are known for their deep empathy, which can often lead to emotional exhaustion. By setting boundaries, INFJs can protect their mental energy and prevent overthinking from taking over. This could be as simple as saying no to additional commitments or setting aside time each day for self-care activities. Self-care is a broad term that encompasses a variety of activities designed to promote mental, physical, and emotional health. For INFJs, this could include things like yoga, meditation, reading, or even just a quiet cup of tea. The key is to find activities that bring joy and relaxation, and to make these a regular part of one's routine. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your mental well-being. In fact, it's essential. By incorporating self-care into your daily routine, setting boundaries, and practicing mindfulness, you can reduce overthinking and promote a healthier mental state. Self-care is not selfish. It's a necessity, especially when dealing with overthinking. So what does self-care look like for you? How will you prioritize your mental well-being today? So, what have we learned today about INFJs and overthinking? We've journeyed through the labyrinth of the INFJ mind, unraveling the complex web of overthinking that often ensnares this unique personality type. We've discovered that overthinking for them is not merely a habit, but a reflection of their in-depth, intuitive, and introspective nature. We've seen how thinking too much can impact decision-making processes, exacerbating stress and anxiety, and influencing social interactions and relationships. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've also explored practical strategies to recognize and address overthinking tendencies. From setting boundaries to incorporating mindfulness and meditation, there are many tools at an INFJ's disposal to combat the overthinking beast. Creativity and productivity are two domains where overthinking can cast a long shadow. Analysis paralysis can stifle the INFJ's natural creative flair, but by employing strategies to overcome this, INFJs can enhance their productivity and let their creativity shine. We've also looked into the connection between perfectionism and overthinking in INFJs. Breaking free from perfectionist tendencies is no small feat, but it's a crucial step towards reducing overthinking and embracing a more balanced approach to life's challenges. Promoting mental well-being is a vital part of managing this type of thinking. We've heard personal anecdotes and experiences of INFJs who have successfully navigated this journey, and we've learned about the importance of self-care in maintaining mental health. But most importantly, we've emphasized the significance of self-awareness and self-compassion. Knowing oneself, being genuine, and embracing all qualities, including those fascinating traits unique to INFJs, are the keys to understanding and navigating life successfully. As we're concluding this exploration, let's remember that managing overthinking is not about achieving perfection, but about striving for progress. It's about embarking on a journey towards greater self-understanding, compassion, and well-being. Remember, understanding and managing overthinking is a journey, so how do you plan to embark on this journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the benefits of subscribing and being part of our community. You see, our channel is more than just a collection of videos. It's a growing network of intuitive and introspective individuals just like you, who are striving to understand and manage their unique ways of thinking. When you subscribe, you're not just getting notifications for our latest content, you're becoming part of a supportive community. You'll have access to a network of like-minded INFJs and others interested in personality types, who can provide valuable insights, share personal experiences, and offer support. Engaging in discussions in the comments section can be a great way to learn from others who are on the same journey. We all have something unique to bring to the table, and your contribution could be the key that helps another viewer unlock their potential or make sense of their own thoughts. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Together we can navigate the complexities of the INFJ mind and continue to grow, learn, and support each other. Remember, you're not alone on this journey, and as part of our community, you'll never have to feel like you are.